Hey guys, welcome to my first episode of Husband Find Me. Y'all, Auntie has been dating, okay? And when I say dating, I mean dating. Like, I have been on several dates this month by itself. I am no longer going to like put myself in a box. I have always dated one at a time, but I'm trying this new method of dating multiple at a time. The crazy part about it is that, right, I am trying this experiment dating multiple at a time, but it's truly not multiple at a time because when I'm meeting somebody, y'all, 5 minutes later, I ain't even liking them. You know, if you saying grand rising, I'm not messing with you. If you're saying good morning, queen, hello, queen, I don't like none of that. So as soon as I hear that, it ain't really a date. I met a person that didn't say it to the date, and I was just like, oh yeah, I got somewhere to go. So I am really being intentional about dating. I'm trying to vet these guys out, and see, best man may win, right? So far it's been very interesting. Like today, I met two guys earlier today, and one invited me to his nephew's concert, which I've never heard of him before, but when I told my daughter who he was, she knew. That's the first one. The second date will proceed after this one. If I have too much fun on the first one, I don't know, I might not make it to the second one, right? But I'm very dressed down today. I'm very casual because this is a YN concert, and so he was just like literally dressed down. So I literally got on just some little designer flats, designer crossbody, and like a little, I love like biking shorts, but it's like a biking shorts bodysuit. I don't know if y'all getting it. Y'all seeing it. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking like today. But I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I am heading there. It is a pretty long drive to where I have to go, so stay tuned. I'm gonna try to remember to record as much as I can. All right, so I promised y'all I was gonna update y'all about the date. So the date started Saturday, right? I met two guys. I went on a 2 day. So picture here, anytime I'm in like the little jumpsuit, tan little outfit, I am headed on the Saturday date, this past Saturday. So it was a pretty long drive. It was like an hour from my house. We went to the concert of his nephew. Definitely was a YN concert, but hey, it was fun, right? I love unplanned plans. I love spontaneous. I love that. So I love that for me. So we had a ball, like we really did. And afterwards, we went to a lounge that was next door. And this is rolling into Sunday. So Sunday, this is the same guy from the first date. He is applying a lot of pressure. So we went like to Colony Square, walked around, did like some bar hopping. I did mocktails after 2 drinks because I'm not like a drinker like that. And then here we are. We end up valeting and getting in his car, and we end up at a rooftop party. At a hotel. This was a vibe. I was definitely dressed down because I wasn't expecting to go here. But like I said, unplanned plans. And it was just such a pretty day yesterday. Like the vibe was right, the weather was right, the people was right, and drinks was flowing, and it was just a vibe. So, like I said, this guy right here, this first date, he is really applying pressure. He is, I don't know, I'm just gotta see. Contestant number two, I don't know, I don't feel like he applying no pressure for me. Like I said, he is basically like, he's like doing like a little call here and there, but it takes more than that for me. Like for me to stay interested in you, you got to stay consistent with me. So we'll see. It's still early. It's still early for both of them. So, but you got to apply pressure every day for me, because if not, it's not going to work out for me. Like I said, I get bored. And I feel like the contestant number two, I like he's kind of aggressive, but I like the leadership type of aggressive. The first one, he's He's like corporate mixed with like hood. I love that. So he can walk in any room. We can go to any event with him. The second one is from the hood, but his career doesn't say hood. So, like I said, they're really great guys, both very attractive. But their heart matters, right? And their effort matters. And like I said, I'm saying consistent a lot of times. But if you ain't consistent, baby, you not gonna make it far with me. So, husband find me. I'll let you guys know what the updates are. So let's just talk about like how did I get here to like the husband find me type of series. I'm looking a little crazy today because I'm working, but it's what it is. I'll look better later. I'm going to work out. But let's talk about how I got here, right? So I've been in Atlanta 4 years, okay? I was in a relationship in Nashville. I have been in a relationship in 4 years, okay? I've been in Atlanta 4 years. So when I broke up with this person, or we broke up, I instantly moved here. So that's how we got here, right? Y'all, I got so many stories to tell, but I'm gonna tell you about my most recent scary story, the date I went on, okay? So, where do I start? Probably like 2-3 weeks ago. I met this guy. He seemed cool. I went on a date with him, right? All right, cool. So we FaceTiming, we texting. He seems very consistent. He seems very intentional. Another thing, with this dating population, baby, everybody use intentional. Even me. I even use it too damn much. I'm like, look, okay, I just said intentional like 15 times. Like, if I go on my text message, I'm like asking people, like, are you intentionally dating? Like, this generation, baby, we using intentional. Even we ain't being intentional. So I'm asking him, like, are you, like, what's your intentions? Like, what are you looking for? Because, with me, I want to make sure I'm on the right page or on the same page with somebody. I'm not saying people going to be honest when you ask them that, but if I have big old age, I will hope that they're being honest, right? We will hope they're not with the shit. So, this person said that they was on the same page. Cool, all right, we're moving somewhere. So, afterwards, he was like, yeah, so I plan on taking you to, he was like, do you want to go to Wine and Dine at the High Arts Museum, or do you want to go to this jazz thing, right? Hold on, I gotta come right back. Hold on, guys. All right, so I'm back. Had to text my sister. So I was like, so you want to go to the Wine and Dine event, or do you want to go to the High Art Museum, which everybody knows me. I love museums, but this wasn't like a museum event. It was at the museum, but this was a Wine and Dine. So like people bring foods from like all over the city and other places, and you get to taste that food, and then all different type of wines. And then also, you're also able to, what was I saying? And then the jazz concert. So I was like, you know what? I don't know which one, but they both sound good. So I'm going to go like get my hair done, get my nails done, all that same stuff I always do, right? But I went to go like out and purchase like all these dresses because I like to have options. So I go and purchase like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dresses. And that's what I did. And so he paid for the sitter. He's like, how much is the sitter going to be? I was told him he paid for it. Okay, cool. That's what I'm used to dating. This is what I'm used to when I was in a relationship. This is what I'm used to anyway. So this is not new to me. I'm definitely true to this shit, right? So I was like, okay. So he was like, you know what? I can't wait to meet you Friday. I gotta see you today. This is on a Wednesday. So when I got off work, whatever that day, I was like, okay. He was like, I'm gonna come to your area. I'm gonna come where you at because you got a child and he had a child too, but that's a whole other story. So, he got a child, but she didn't like live with him every day. So he got like visitations or whatever, or not visitation, but like on and off again weekends. I don't have that, so I don't really know how that go. But it's like co-parenting, right? Every other weekend. So anywho, he came out my way. We met, it was cool. He was like, oh my God, like, you gonna be my wife. I'm like, all right, is it like love? It's doing a lot for the very first date. I understand when you know, but just pump your brakes because I ain't even done vetting you yet, right? As I told you in the other videos, I'm trying to vet these folks because people can seem and appear to be any kind of way, right? You can really draw up whoever you want to be, you can be in this life, and especially in Atlanta. So I'm like, pump the brakes. Let me really get to know you because you could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I am, receiving all the good things, but I'm also being very cautious because people be crazy, people with the stuff, right? So he's just loving me, and so we ate, and I had a drink, he had a drink, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I gotta get up for work early the next day, because this is evening time by this time already, and he was like, I really don't want you to leave. I was like, well, I got to leave, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. So he paid for the check. We're walking out or whatever, and then he was like, okay, it's some stuff I want to talk to you about, and I was like, okay. He was like, I want to talk to you about it, like, well, let's make it tonight once we get home or tomorrow. It's okay. So he called me that night, FaceTimed me. He was like, well, really, the career I told you I was in, I'm really not in that career. I'm like, okay, that's a big red flag. He was like, well, because of the career I'm in, I couldn't really tell you. I was like, how could you not tell me though? Because it's not like it's not like you got a career that you can't tell me. Because the career you have, why are you keeping that a secret? I'm not involved with that type of career. I could never put myself in a situation that it would be a problem, right? So why could you not tell me that again? So to me, that's a red flag. I can see if some things that you're not going to be upfront with about because it's, y'all don't know each other well like that yet. But to be aligned about your job and a little other stuff, it was just too much. So I was like, my antenna's up because I'm like red flag, red flag. So then he was like, can I ask you some questions? Like, all right, asking me these questions. And he literally had like a notepad out. This is like midnight. We're on the phone at this point. He had a notepad out, he had a pen out. And I thought he was just playing. I was like, oh my God, like, investigator, you got 2022 questions for me? And he was like, I don't like the way you said that. I was like, well, I'm just being funny. And if you're not where I'm from, we make jokes. Like, that's what we do. Like, it's all fun. It's not that serious. Calm down. Like, you a 40-something-year-old man, 48, calm down. So he was like, I don't like the way you said it. I don't like the way you answered my question. I said, well, they're your questions, but they're my answers. So, all right. I said, you know what? It just seems like this is very chaotic. And any time I just meet somebody and it's already chaos, I already prayed for discernment. And it just seemed like to me that this just ain't going to work out. And it's okay. I said, no bad feelings, no bad blood, but let's just go ahead and move forward. And so when I said that, he gonna say, well, you know what? I was just gonna tell you the same thing. So yeah, let's end it. So I guess he wanted to say let's end it. I mean, but we really never got started. But you know what I mean? He wanted to, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, you end it. Let's have a good life, right? Next thing I know, he started texting me, please, like, so like, please, I want you to be my wife. I'm like, wait, like we just talked about this. This is the very next day. So I was like, just don't contact me again. So then I blocked the first number. Second number, supposed to be his work secret phone, whatever, start like texting me, saying stuff. And then it went from sweet to like crazy. And then somebody, what he was gonna do to me, he was gonna hurt me. He's gonna find out where I stay, like all type of crazy stuff. And I'm just like, is this real? This happened. This is one day, and this is why it makes me scared today. Nobody ever comes to my house. That's not even a question. But the fact, like, you even threaten me because I don't want to talk to you, or you threaten me because I don't want to be your wife. Like, I don't even know at this point. And so I blocked that number. I said, do not contact me. And then he sent me a Cashapp request for a refund for the babysitter. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, and then after that, he started calling me from WhatsApp. Okay. So I had to like find out his information, and I had to file a restraining order, y'all. So, husband, please find me because I am so tired of this dating stuff. Please. Got more stories to come.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Hey, man, you know what? I was just saying, like, damn, man, that him paying for a babysitter to go on a date, nigga, that's real life. Like, all right, you got it. That you got it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was going out with this girl, and she had kids, but she had an older kid. But then I'd be like, hey, pay your older kid to watch the little kid. You know what I'm saying? Incentivize her $20. Boom, bop, bam. Make sure the chicken nuggets for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that was cool. And then also, like, it used to get to a point where I was like, man, I'm having to buy a girl her kids food, buy all her kids food so we can go on a date. I'm like, buy the kids food. You make sure they straight. We go on our date. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she a mom. The kids still gotta eat, man. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna fend for themselves. I know it's Friday, Saturday night. When my mom and when we was kids, it was Friday, Saturday night. My mom and them, we man, it was either pizza or you make what's in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? Hot dogs, noodles, whatever. Figure it out. But my mama wasn't cooking. But then again, my mom and dad, they used to dip out on us on weekends too. Used to send us to our grandma's house. You know what I mean? But when you dating, and I realized I was like, damn, I never had to experience this. I never had to experience somebody, dating my mom. Well, I did. My dad taking my mom out on dates, you know. But then that was when we were younger. We'd go to my grandma's, and my dad used to be like, he used to leave us at my grandma's and we'd be like, where you going? He'd be like, we going to London to see the Queen, and I heard she got a mouse under the chair, and I'd be like, what does that mean? You got a mouse under the chair? I never understood that. I probably need to look that up. But anyway, he used to say that when we were younger, and I'd be like, "What?" But they were just going out on dates. They go to Texas. They go to because everything pop in Texas. Like we just like 3 hours away. They go to Texas. They be gone for 2 days. They show back up like ain't shit happened. Like we've been over here, and don't let my Aunt Charlotte be in town. We done drank some sugar-free Kool-Aid for 2 days straight, and ate carrots for snacks. But so that's when my dad used to take my mom out on dates. So now I'm seeing it, but I'm taking other people kids out. I mean, I'm taking other people mom out on dates, and now I gotta feed their kids, and I'm like, so him paying for a babysitter, I'm like, shit, that's dope. I mean, you want to take their mom out, you got to show initiative. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, we got to do this thing regardless. You know what I mean? So, mama used to say, you want to see a man about a horse? He was the horse. Your mama wrong. You had to grow up and think about that. Like, ooh wee. Yeah, your mama wrong for that. She didn't even think about that. Maybe the definition was different back then. I don't know. Um, um, they got them. Those women weren't even those. So the thing is, um, taking care of a woman to go on a date is honorable. But then being a jackass at the same token is kind of weird. Cause he was starting to match her energy, and I'm about to drop tomorrow. I'm dropping a video and an interview. The interview I I had to edit some stuff because I lost my audio at the beginning, but the video and the interview is dropping tomorrow, and it's gonna show everything. I think I might drop it tomorrow, but if yeah, but anyway, it's just like yeah. Now you gotta be when you have these women, man, you gotta be more intentional. That's why I be like, oh, I was about to make a post. Actually, I was just about to make a post. I'm about paying for babysit. I was just about to make a post about that because you gotta do it, man. You gotta take care of them, but you can't act crazy. You can't be controlling. The the other dates that she went on was great. The other ones I think was good. ATL thing, the ATL, yeah, the live from a few days ago. Your daughter's 16. Oh shit. Listen, hey, as long as they can watch themselves, you know what I'm saying? In ATL, she gotta watch herself because man, in the interview, she said it was and I think me she's out in Honey Mama. Are you in Atlanta? You in California? California. Who is in Atlanta? Somebody's out in Atlanta right now. Honey Mama, you in Atlanta? Oh, I mean, Misha, you live in Atlanta, but you out in Orlando. Okay. All right. So yeah, dating out there is crazy. According to my post today, you got to me. Oh, you live in Minnesota. Oh yeah. So Atlanta, the lady from the interview the other day, she said there's 25 women to every one man. Straight man, not, you know. Um, so good luck with that. Y'all on y'all own. So when you get one, keep one. But see, that's the thing. This lady that she met, you gotta think about how many women he didn't be. See, but the thing is, people come from all around and they meet different people from different states out there. None of these people are from Atlanta. None of these people are from Atlanta. They're getting the Atlanta experience and they're spending their money and living their life in Atlanta. None of these people are from Atlanta. Every person I know that's from Atlanta is not from Atlanta. Or every person I know that's in Atlanta is not from Atlanta. So it's just like, yeah, Misha, I know. Yeah, I remember you telling me you from Miami. Like I'm like, ain't nobody from Atlanta. Like the people from Atlanta don't even want to be from Atlanta, but everybody else want to be in Atlanta. So, but okay, that's why the dating pool is messed up because everybody out there open.